Good morning again. It's Donna here at Boldness Blooming. And the second thing I wanted to talk about today is feeling safe with boundaries. And I think boundaries is something that I've talked about before, and I think it's such an important topic. And especially if you're a highly sensitive person like myself, I believe that boundaries are so essential. And I think as I reflect on my own life and how I was living before, I didn't have clear boundaries about, what was okay for me and what wasn't okay for me. And I wasn't always listening to that inner wisdom, and wasn't always able to really speak up, even when I did know that something was, not sitting right with me. And just in this last week, I feel like I reached that tipping point that I've heard that sometimes happens, and I just could not speak up. It was like I just felt like this was so important to me, and so I did start in 1 week. I think I set 3 different boundaries. Yay, Donna! And one was a really difficult one to do, but it just felt like the right thing, not only for me, but I was also speaking up in a way for someone else. And so it was a huge risk, and I really had to, and setting boundaries is not about being tough or, it's really about being open and being vulnerable and saying this is causing me, some pain, this is hurting my feelings, or, opening up to someone. So it feels so open and vulnerable and risky, I think, setting boundaries if you're doing it in that open-hearted way. And with a lot of humility as well, not trying to prove that you're doing it all right and they're doing something wrong, but just in a real blameless kind of place. That's where we want to be, I believe, setting our boundaries. And so I can just tell in the last couple of weeks how much safer I feel in my own body and in my environment. And I know that, highly sensitive people, we pick up, at least I know I do, I pick up, very subtle information. The person's tone of voice or their eye contact, a facial expression, or, I notice the language they're using. And so, and I think, for a long time, I was really expecting a lot from people. I really thought that they were going to say exactly what I wanted them to say and do what I wanted them to do. And it sounds crazy, but I think that's how we are born into this world, like as just little children who expect so much from our parents, and then we can carry this on through our lives. And I definitely see it in the little boy that I take care of, who's also, I think, quite highly sensitive. And so, being here in this planet with so many other people, I realized that in order to feel safe, I can't just constantly be seeking out, safe people, and that I think that caused a lot of my anxiety, was just not trusting that I would be able to handle different situations and different people, because it just felt sometimes overwhelming to me. But I'm growing in that. And that now I can stand up tall and proud, and yet come to a very vulnerable place and speak up for myself and say, oh, this hurt my feelings, or I felt sad when you did this, or, when you did that, I felt kind of triggered, and this is why, and just, it really, and this is also comes to authenticity, and showing people who I really am, and letting them see that, letting them see me. And I realized that this is going to help them to feel safe, so that I can become that safe person that I want others to be. And yeah, it really helps me to show up as who I am without um, not just like kind of trying to tippy toe around um, and yeah, I think this is where I was, especially in my ex, with my ex, just kind of really walking on those eggshells, instead of really standing up for myself. So I'm so proud of myself and how far I've come in this area, and I know there's still so much learning to do, but another yay, Donna. And yeah, cheer yourself on when you do these things, even if it's just the smallest step, or even if you just start small with boundaries. Start with someone who feels safe and work up from there, or just leap in, whatever feels good for you. What else can I say about boundaries? I just yeah, I think that's maybe about it for today. We'll talk to you again soon, and best to you. All blessings on your journey.